Let's go. Jesse on Fire, Friday afternoon stream. And we are going to get into the weeds right now. Okay. Because guess what? Okay. They put out new HD footage. Okay. Brand new. Whoa. What happened to my brand new HD footage? And I have analyzed it like a person who is crazy. You know, I was like, where's the mistake? Where's the mistake? Has to be there, right? Oh, man. Yep. Yeah, there's some in the footage. And it's like, listen, let's say that you were going to, you're catching some heat, right? It's like, geez, everyone's saying that this thing wasn't real. They're like, well, we did put out that super, super grainy footage. Well, why don't we put out much more high definition footage? It's like, right. So I guess the question I would have is, why wouldn't you put that out in the first place? Like, if I was going to be looking for reasons to be suspicious of the new footage, I just kind of go, so again, like, if you had good security footage, why would you put out grainy nonsense? Right? But there's no reason for us to. Don't mess around with me, you guys. I hate when they say no sound, dude. Anyway, so why so sad? Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at this. I actually created, I put them side by side and I matched them up to the frame pretty much. And I'm not actually gonna wear these, dude. This is those glasses. How I indicate to my viewers, it's like, oh, hey, it's a weekend, and you know what that means? It means we're gonna get stupid, right? Okay, first thing I'm going to do, though, is I want to play JP, Awaken with JP's video again, because I thought that even though it's satire, his video where he that he did it, it's definitely staged, is the one where I literally was like, okay, now I feel stupid that I even entertained that this was, it's the way he frames it, it's so obvious, just ask a question that can't be answered in any way that has any form of logical reality. And then you're like, okay, yeah, there's no answer for that. And that's exactly what he does in here. So we're going to start. I'm going to show that right now. He just texted me. I invited him on. He said, anyway, so we're going to start here, though, because watch this. I showed this last night, but you guys should definitely watch this real quick, because if we're saying it's staged, it's like, what indicates that, and where are the problems? And I'm going to show you that right now. Go ahead and like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and then I'm going to show you where they made a huge mistake in the new footage.
The assassination attempt at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You guessed it, we need a ballroom. Now, you might be thinking, no, how do you get that? The takeaway is we have to consider how people are getting radicalized in our country, look at the Secret Service's security lapses, reduce political violence. Well, you're thinking that because you're an idiot. This is why we need a ballroom is such the obvious takeaway that Trump loyalists immediately and simultaneously took to Twitter, all saying the same thing. And given how organic that looks, it doesn't have anybody suspicious that these independent voices are dependent on a centralized, coordinated system that hands them talking points to say with their independent voices. I'll know what I think as soon as they hand me the script, nor does it make any sane person suspicious that the whole thing was staged in order to justify Trump's bulletproof ballroom. So tonight we'll take a look at how the Correspondents' Dinner shooting lines up perfectly with the official narrative via squiggly lines. Good evening. Before we take a look at some coincidences, let's talk ballroom. Really, when you think about it, when someone tries to assassinate the president, the first logical conclusion you come to is, well, we need a ballroom. Case in point, that's why on the back of the car, Jacqueline Kennedy was quoted as saying, "You should have built him a ballroom, you heartless, vicious bastards." You might think that sounds crazy, but do your research and you'll find JFK was not in a ballroom when he got shot. Look into it. So let's go through what you might not know, but you need to know in order to understand this not at all staged for political gain assassination attempt. Recently, a judge ruled that Trump can't build his ballroom for non-security reasons without congressional approval. So they halted construction. So then Trump attends the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which he's never done before as president. The shooter opens fire, luckily nobody died, and the shooter wasn't even shot by security for some reason. Then just 30 minutes later, Trump holds a news conference saying, "This is why we need a ballroom.
It's drone proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it."
That's what I was thinking. Trump loyalists then immediately take to Twitter, having independently.
Oh, and by the way, this genius that you're watching, his channel is Awaken with JP. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys know that, but this is where you go and you watch anything. He's, first of all, he's hilarious, but also brilliant. And I didn't even catch that thing 1 second ago, that the Supreme Court ruled that they can't continue with construction if it's not a security-based thing. Like, I'm going to look that up while you guys finish that, because if that's true, that is absolutely hilarious. And that would be another headshot.
They come to the exact same conclusion after the assassination attempt. This is why we need the ballroom. And the very next day, the DOJ sent a letter urging for the dismissal of the lawsuit that's halting construction of the ballroom. We need the ballroom. For security reasons, of course. So in other words, the assassination attempt had nothing to do with the ballroom, but since it happened, now has everything to do with the ballroom. But was the assassination attempt staged? Of course not. We'll take a look at some things that'll make you question that, but no, it wasn't staged to push the ballroom thing through. And in fact, many of the MAGA Zionist, Trump loyalist conservatives will not only be outraged if you question that, they'll be the first to tell you that something like that could never be staged. And I think they're right. Just take a look at this footage from the recent attempt. Oops, that's the wrong one. That was Ilhan Omar, and what those hidden conservatives have all said was a staged attack. That one's not real. By the way, she's a World War XI veteran. Did a great job. Do we have the White House dinner attack footage?
And I will just say again, that is the sorriest fake attempt of any. I've never seen a worse fake than that guy pretending to be a drunk white Trump supporter. That was so dumb. I can't. I literally can't. I have to watch it one more time. I'm sorry. Like that is the worst acting in the history of acting. That, like, I cannot believe that they actually tried to pass that off as real. Like, that is just so ridiculous, dude. That's the best they could do for casting. It literally looks like a Chappelle Show knockoff skit on like Comedy Central and one of those shows that they spend like $11 per episode to produce. That is pathetic.
Oops, that's the wrong one. That was Ilhan Omar, and what those hidden conservatives have all said was a staged attack. That one's not real. By the way, she's a World War XI veteran. Did a great job. Do we have the White House dinner attack footage? See if you can find that. I thought we. Let me know when you find it. So anyway, New MAGA is outraged that it could even be questioned. Was it staged? They don't understand what would make people even ask such a crazy question. Well, I'm here to help. So let me explain that in simple terms so they can understand what would make people wonder if it was staged. Here's how. They look at the same people who have told them that there's no criminals in the Epstein files, who have also told them there are no Epstein files, and also told them there's Epstein files, but they're a hoax. And they simply believe that those same people are capable of telling lies. Therefore, they don't believe everything they're told by these same people at face value. Makes sense? But anyway, it could never be staged because the government would never lie to you. So here's 10 facts that'll prove that anyone thinking maybe it was staged should be publicly ridiculed.
And by the way, yeah, definitely just verified that. I didn't even realize this. Okay. So this is why we need the ballroom tweets. Hey, President Trump railed against the federal judge's decision on Thursday that continues to block above ground construction of a $400 million White House ballroom, allowing only below ground work on a bunker and other national security facilities at the site. Oh man, this is really hard to put together now. So a judge blocked the ballroom, okay, and said you can only continue building on, quote, other national security facilities at the site. Then the White House Correspondents' Dinner that Trump has never gone to a single time since taking the presidency ever, he at the last minute does in fact go to the White House Correspondents' Dinner only to have the entire succession there and be present when a crazed gunman runs through security, takes a shot at people with the intent of killing everybody except Kash Patel for some reason. And now, how could anybody say that building the ballroom to host the Correspondents' Dinner and any other stuff would not fall under the umbrella of national security, since this lack of a ballroom almost led to the death of the entire succession of the presidency? Wow. Really, really tough to put this together. I can't believe that I didn't know about that particular piece of the puzzle. That's amazing, dude. But anyway, JP's got he's just getting to my favorite part about where it gets really obvious.
Number one, the assassin is a school teacher and booked a $3,000 a night hotel room, which he would have had to do months in advance because hotels in DC book up well in advance with events like this. And he did that to get President Trump. Even though Trump has publicly boycotted this event every year he's been in office, but somehow he knew Trump was going to be there this year.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up too. When did Trump announce that he was doing the Correspondents' Dinner?
2, he got multiple guns into a highly secure event that had the entire line of succession in attendance. And that same event had multiple reports of suspiciously lax security at the event that had the whole line of succession in attendance. Either way, that's kind of weird. Number 3, the shooter wrote in his manifesto, "There was no damn security. I walk in with multiple weapons and not a single person there considers the possibility that I could be a threat. This level of incompetence is insane." When did he write that in his manifesto? Because he did the thing and then got arrested when he was at the event. So I don't know when that could have happened. Number 4, the shooting. 8 rounds were fired. Only hit one agent in the bulletproof vest. Number 5, the shooter was taken down alive, not shot even once. Even though shoot to kill would be the protocol when dealing with an active shooter, and especially at an event the president's at.
Yeah. Hey, one thing we're going to be looking at right after this when we look at the footage is the fact that it appears in the HD footage that one of the security guards fires multiple times at him while aiming literally directly at his other security people or a completely blank white wall. Okay. So you're like, well, if it didn't hit the security people, you would think that you'd see the round hit the wall. But anyway, we'll see. Listen, that's not the big giveaway either. Okay. Because they did a really good job. Like they did a really good job. And then they fucked up one big one that's like, guys, really? Like, really? So we will be looking at that in a second. Hey, Dee, thank you for the super chat. Say hi. So I will tell Gabrielle hi. And, you changed your name and your pick again. Well, you look pretty in this one too. And Gabrielle says, Lots of love, Jesse and Gabby. Oh, to Gabrielle's not here, unfortunately. She's in Orlando. That's why I look so sad. But anyway, okay, let's finish this thing, and then I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about.
And the whole line of Succession. And number 6, the suspect's identity and incident footage were released within 1 hour. That's oddly fast. Number 7, his manifesto was immediately released, which is also oddly fast. Number 8, and I like this one. Earlier that evening, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said shots would be fired. Look.
There will be
also, and you guys have all seen this, there will be shots fired. Hey, can I ask you guys a question? Is it fair to say that we can now just assume that any time that a shooter leaves a manifesto, that is a massive indicator that that whatever it is not real? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, when I think about this, like a manifesto, like why would a real criminal person with ill intent, like why would they write a manifesto and then put it out publicly? That is so weird. That is so weird, man. Brett, thank you very much. Love you and Gabby. Your channel is always number one. Thank you very much. I hope to live up to that moniker today because, they put out new security footage. And since I'm the one who found the most, like the last one where the guy's face was eating the sign, this one isn't that obvious, but I got him.
Was in the room at the time. And here's an audio of her sharing what Caroline Leavitt's husband said to her prior to the shooting.
I want to just quickly tell you, I was sitting next to Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary's husband. He was one of our guests. He was seated right next to me. And, right as the dinner was starting, the national anthem happened. And then he kind of leaned over and said, I watched you on TV, you did a great job. You need to be very safe. And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, there are some...
Oh, they cut her off. And that's Aisha Hasney. Aisha Hasney, journalist. Okay. Oh my God. Dude, I had no idea. This is who was on the phone. Hey, because that's honestly the reason why I was looking that up is I'm like, that guy sounds like that sounds like something that like a drunk guy would do. So like Leavitt's husband was probably drunk and he's sitting next to this smoke and he's all, listen, lady. I just want you to know that I'm the kind of man that'll protect you just in case a crazed shooter happens to come running in here and you hear some gunshots. Hey, look no further than this man right here. That's the kind of man. He's like, that's the kind of man I am. That is literally exactly what I was thinking. Because I was like, I should have looked up what she's like, because drunk guys tend to overshare with girls that look like this. You know what I mean? So that lines up perfectly. And then Fox cuts him off.
Oh, I guess Fox News cut her off when she started saying she was warned to stay safe that night. That what happened? And number 10, Fox News cut her off when she was saying how she was warned to stay safe that night.
Sounds like we lost Aisha's phone there. And
so anyway, the point is there's not a single aspect of the White House.
Cut her off. Cut her off. Cut her off. All right. Now we're going to go to the actual footage here. And I actually did this. I did this, you guys. Okay. I took the time to take both pieces of footage, put them next to each other, and make sure I lined up to where they are exactly the same. Like in terms of like the timeline. How do I get this off of here? Boom. And then, oops. Okay. So this dude is wearing a I think it was the brown dial, because he had that dial that he's wearing is a special one that for sure he does not actually have. Like, oh, I lost the one that when I paused it. Oops. Dude, where? Let me see. This is the last thing we're doing. If you guys don't care, I completely understand. I just am very curious the audacity of what he actually has on his wrist at the time of doing that thing. Because, he's doing a podcast. He's like, I'm going to wear my $140,000 AP Golden Oak or Royal Oak. Oh, yeah. Gold Royal Oak, huh? Where'd you get that? He's all, my Bugatti also. I drove here in the Bugatti. Where is this case? I'm looking for. What is it? Dude, where the fuck? What the fuck? I'm looking for. Oh, there we go. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, it might be that one. Only 90,000. He's all one of my $90,000 watches that I just have because you're all, how'd you make your money, dude? What? I'm on Instagram. Oh, he's such an idiot, dude. He is such an idiot. And the reason why I love watches, by the way, is because in a world that is literally full of technological digital advancement, okay, the one thing that is this like remaining artifact of what human ingenuity could do in terms of like things that people crafted with their hands is watches. Handmade, like incredible functionality, like stuff that you're like, I can't believe someone even thought of the ability. And it's all gears and little things that people put together, and they're fucking gorgeous. I love watches. I don't give a fuck about cars. I don't give a fuck about houses, but I love watches. And that asshole is anyway. All right, I'm going to shut this down, dude. Oh, wait. Three. No way. You bought 3 Paul Newmans in 1975 for $1,000? Here. Watch this. Dude, do you know how much those are worth now? Look at. Oh, just a cool 435,000, 360,000, 1968 one, just a cool 360,000. I really hope that you still have those. That's if you really did buy 3 of them for $100,000, that's fucking incredible, dude. I'm driving fast. What's up, yo? Do a great job finding these different and strange people. Yeah, it's honestly all it is that I run in a lot of different circles, and I've got a whole crew that covers these fucking idiots, and so let me see. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anything. I did not. All right, I'm gonna hop off. 2 hours, good. You guys are the best. I am going to go read that email right now, and I will respond shortly. Love you guys. Peace.